Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to install Kali Linux, the latest version, which is 2022.2 on a Windows machine. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Welcome. We're going to go straight and open up VirtualBox. As you can see, I've got a few labs going on here, but the main focus for today will be installing Kali Linux. Now, what is Kali Linux? Kali Linux is the most advanced penetration testing distribution, and this is according to the Linux website. It's an open source distribution, which is also part of the Debian family, mainly used for information security tasks, such as reverse engineering, computer forensics, security research, and penetration testing. I think you'll find that mostly we see the penetrations test inside of Kali Linux. There was a recent update, and users who've got previous versions are able to run simple commands to update their systems to the latest version. That can be seen. I've made a post on my blog, so if you've got the time, kindly check it out. The links will be below in the description. Let's move straight on to today's activity. So we're gonna go to Google and we're gonna type in Kali Linux download. Select that. We're gonna click on the highlighted one, and that's obviously because I've been there. We're then gonna select virtual machines because we are downloading Kali Linux on a virtual machine, Oracle VirtualBox to be precise. Once we click on that, we've got a new page open here. And there are two main virtual machines on here. You've got VMware and VirtualBox. For the purposes of this lab, we're going to be talking about VirtualBox. So over here at the top bit, you've got 64-bit and 32-bit. Again, it depends on the strength of your system. If your system has got a 32-bit processor, I do advise that you download a 32-bit version of it. If you've got a 64, you can choose to download 32 or 64. But if you've got a 64, why not? You might as well download a 64-bit of it because your processor can handle it. So I'm going to click on the download. That's the arrow down there, and that's the size of the file. That's 4 GB. You can also use torrent and SAM, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to go straight to the download. So I'm going to hit the download button, and we're going to see in the bottom left corner, you're going to see downloading. Sometimes, depending on your browser, you can have it downloading at the top. I believe that is for Internet Explorer. So I'm going to cancel this download because I already have it downloaded. So I'm going to go cancel. But if you're doing it for the first time, just wait till that download is complete. Once it's complete, you're going to have it downloaded in your downloads or wherever your items are meant to be saved. We're going to have it in that download section. Now we're going to minimize that for now, and we're going to go back to Oracle VirtualBox. Now to install Kali Linux, what we've actually downloaded is an OVA. which stands for Open Virtualization Appliance. This is a much easier download of file as compared to the traditional VirtualBox installation CD or installation ISO. So to download this or to start this machine or to bring it up into VirtualBox, we're going to click on File. We're going to click on Import Appliance. Like I said, it's an Open Virtualization Appliance, OVA. We're going to, once this open up, it says Import Virtual Appliance, Appliance to Import. This is where we then select the appliance we want to import. I'm going to click on the file, the folder, sorry, and I'm going to go straight to downloads. So we can see it's right there. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to click on open. As you can see over here, it's in an open virtualization format. I'm going to click on open and this is going to load up. I'm going to click on next at the bottom. So in here, you've got to the page where the settings page where you can choose to change the settings. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to worry about three things and three things only. So if we double click on name, you can choose to change it. So let's say I'll change this to CyberDAP underscore Kali. You can choose to change it to any name of your choice. If we come down here, we've got CPU. You can choose to change, I'll change that to 4. I'm going to change this to 4082. And those are the three things we're going to worry about for this installation. Most of the time, if you really know what you're doing, then you can go in here and change these settings, DVD. If you don't want it on, you can uncheck it. You can make changes as you wish. So I'm gonna, with all these three changes made, I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna click on import. There's a software license agreement which I'm gonna agree to. If you don't want to, then you decline it. And we're gonna have a pop-up menu which says is importing the appliance. So as we can see, we've got Kali installed. Now, because it hasn't been run before, we're going to do a quick run. We're going to hit the start button. Once we hit the start button, we're going to give it time to load up and start up the Kali machine. As we can see down here, you've got a few details here. You've got the version that's been installed, which is the latest one, which was released in May 2022. You've got a username, Kali, password, Kali, and the keyboard layout. Now, the password is a default password, and as usual, or as a norm, never leave default passwords on any system. What happens is you make yourself prone to hackers, you make yourself prone to unauthorized users tampering with your installation. So in here, I'm going to type in Kali, and the password, I'm going to type in Kali. I'm going to hit enter. You're going to find out that Kali is installed. I'm just going to drag this to expand it a bit. And this is it. The first thing we're going to do, as I said previously, do not leave your Kali with default passwords. I'm stressing and emphasizing on this because it is key. You cannot have a system where you're using default passwords. It defeats the purpose, the whole security or staying safe or staying secured purpose. So always advisable to it's always advisable to change default passwords to passwords of your choice immediately after a download. Not the next day, not on your next use, immediately after the download. So I'm just going to zoom in a couple of times. Oh, this will be much more clearer. Okay, so in here, we're going to type in a simple command to change the password, and that will be PASSWD. You can call it short form for password. Just as you can see, it's just missing two letters there, which is O and R. We're going to hit enter. And it's going to ask you for the password it's going to ask you for the current password. So that will be Kali. On Kali, when you type in things like passwords, nothing appears on the screen, but that doesn't mean it's not showing or it's not recording. I'm going to hit enter, as you can see, and it's going to ask for the new password. I'm going to choose my password of my choice. I'm going to hit enter. It's going to ask me to retype the password. I'm going to hit enter. Now it says the passwords do not match. So you've got to remember, possibly write it down shortly, and then make sure you dispose of that paper correctly. You do not want to leave sticky notes with your passwords written on it. Again, it defeats the whole security purpose. So we're going to try that again. Hit enter. So there we have it. Password updated successfully, as we can see. So we have just changed that default password to a password of our choice. That's your first step. To verify this, I am just going to run a reboot, and in Kali, you can just type in a reboot command here, hit enter, and it's going to start rebooting the system. This is to check whether, or to confirm that we've actually changed our password. We're going to wait for that to load. We're going to wait for that to load, and that has loaded. So the username stays the same. We're going to type in Kali. We're going to go to next, and then I'm going to type in, first of all, we're going to try with the default password. So that was Kali. I'm going to hit enter. So there you have it. It says your password is incorrect. Please try again. So again, that's a sign that we've changed it successfully. So I'm going to type in the actual password I used. And there you have it. Straight away, you're in. You're in. So that is it for this video. Thank you for stopping by once again. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe. This allows you to get an update or to give you a notification each time I upload a video. And if you did like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up. Thank you, and see you soon.